Now let us continue with the system of complex numbers. Certain properties of complex numbers. Let z equal to x plus iy be a complex number and z bar is equal to x minus iy is its conjugate. So I have two things, z and z bar. Now the following properties hold. 1. The real part of z is z plus z bar by 2. 2. Imaginary of z is equal to z minus z bar by 2i. Look at carefully. When z and z bar are given, the real z is z plus z bar by 2. Im z is z minus z bar by 2i. And 3. Mod z is equal to mod z bar. The modulus, already I have defined modulus. Mod z equal to mod z bar. And fourthly, I have z bar equal to mod z whole square. That's already we have done. Mod z bar or z bar equal to mod z whole square. 5. z1 plus z2 whole bar. z1 plus z2 whole bar is z1 bar plus z2 bar. Of course, this is plus or minus. You can easily see z1 plus z2 whole bar is z1 bar plus z2 bar, and z1 minus z2 whole bar is z1 bar minus z2 bar. And finally, z1 by z2 whole bar is equal to z1 bar by z2 bar provided z2 is non-zero. Now, we have different kinds of this. Also, the seventh one is, I'll write down seventh one here. Z1, Z2 whole bar is equal to Z1 bar into Z2 bar. I mean, the proofs are very simple. I mean, let me prove one by one. So consider z plus z bar by 2. What is z? X plus iy. What is z bar? X minus iy by 2. So cancel iy. So we'll get 2x. 2x by 2 is x, which is the real part of z. Because z is x plus iy, x is real part of z, y is imaginary part of z. So that is 1. 2. Consider z minus z bar by 2, which is equal to x plus iy minus x minus iy by 2i. We are looking at the second part. This is equal to x plus iy minus x plus iy by 2i. So cancelling x and x, you will get 2iy by 2i. So you will get y, which is imz. Let us see the third one. The third one, mod z equal to mod z bar. What do you mean by mod z? Already I have discussed about mod z in the previous lesson. Mod z is mod of x plus iy modulus is equal to root of x square plus y square. This is equal to mod of x minus iy. Because mod of x minus iy is again root of x square plus y square. So this is equal to mod z bar. What about the fourth one? Z bar. Already I have done it. Z bar equal to x plus iy into x minus iy, which is equal to x square plus y square, and x square plus y square is equal to root of x square plus y square whole square. So root of x square plus y square is mod z, so mod z square. And fifth one, z1 plus z2 whole bar is equal to, if z1 is x1 plus iy1 and z2 is x2 plus iy2 whole bar is equal to x1 plus x2 plus I times y1 plus y2 whole bar. This is nothing but the root of x1 plus x2 whole square plus y1 plus y2 whole square. Let us see z1 bar plus z2 bar. And what is z1 bar plus z2 bar? Z1 bar is x minus iy1, z2 bar is x2 minus iy2, which is equal to x1 minus x1 plus x2. If you take I common, y1 plus y2. Now, what I have to see is z1 plus z1 bar is x1 minus iy1, z2 is x2 minus x1 plus x2 minus I into y1 plus y2. So, what do we get? Look at carefully. Once again I want to simplify z1 plus z2. z1 plus z2 is x1 plus iy1 plus x2 plus iy2, which is x1 plus x2 plus I into y1 plus y2. So a plus I, it is x plus iy bar, which is nothing but x minus, sorry, this is x minus iy. This is x minus bar means I times y minus y bar. So both are same. Thus, 5 holds. And the simple 6 and 7 is 6 and 7 are as routine verification. As a routine verification. You can find 6 and 7 easily. That's about the modulus. Now the same properties will be holding for amplitude. So let Z1 is equal to x1 plus iy1 and Z2 is equal to x2 plus iy2 be two complex numbers. Of course, I can write down Z bar also for the complex numbers. Then 1. Argument of Z1 plus argument of Z2 is equal to argument of Z1 into Z2. And argument of Z1 minus argument of Z2 is equal to argument of Z1 by Z2. These are very simple things to prove, and you can easily see argument of Z1 is an angle. Remember one more thing, when I am writing R equal to R cos theta plus I R sin theta, this is the complex number Z, which you can write down e power I theta. This is called Euler's form. Euler's form. Euler's form of a complex number. And this can be easily proved. For example, what is argument of Z1, Z2? If you take argument of Z1 which is theta 1. So the proof of 1, argument of argument of Z1 equal to theta 1, argument of Z2 is equal to theta 2. Now what is Z1, Z2? Argument of Z1, Z2, we have to prove that it is theta 1 plus theta 2. So what is argument of Z1, Z2? Let us see. Argument of Z1, Z2 is equal to, let us represent Z1 as R1 e power I theta 1, because Z1 has the Euler form like this, R e power I theta. This is R e power I theta. So if you have Z1 can be represented as x1 plus I by 1, so which is R1 e power I theta 2. What is Z2? R2 e power I theta 2. Then what is Z1? This implies, what is Z1, Z2? Z1, Z2 is R1, R2 e power I theta 1 into e power I theta 2, which means R1, R2 e power I times theta 1 plus theta 2. Now look at carefully about this. Is it not the argument? So argument of Z1, I have calculated this, which is nothing but argument of Z1, Z2. Let me explain this again. What is this implies? See, Z1 is R1 e power I theta 1, Z2 is R2 e power I theta 2. So Z1, Z2 is R1, R2 e power I into theta 1 plus theta 2. So what is argument of Z1 plus Z1, Z2? Argument means angle. The angle is theta 1 plus theta 2. So what is theta 1? Arg Z1. What is arg Z2? This is theta 2. So arg Z1 equal to 2 is similar. 2 can be done in similar way. What is the similarity? In similar way means, take Z1 by Z2. This is R1, R2 by e power I theta 1 by I e power I theta 2, which is e power I into theta 1 minus theta 2. So theta 1 minus theta 2 will become arg Z minus arg Z2. So 2 is clear. Now, the exercise for this is, what could be arg Z bar? Show that arg Z bar, or find arg Z bar. I'm just leaving this as an exercise. Having done all this theory, let me go with a problem which I can find all the things, like, let us see, simplify 5i into 8 by I. 8 by, this is very, very simple, because 8 5s 40, you can cancel I and I. So there is no great deal in calculating that. Let us see the same, minus 5i, 8i. Minus 5 into 8 is minus 40. I into I is I square. but I square is minus 1. So minus 40 into minus 1, which is 40. And what about minus I? This is 1, 2, 3, minus I, 2I into 5 by 8I whole cube. It's a matter of simplification only. So this will be, if you write the product, this will be 2 into minus 2I square. This is 5 cube by 8 cube into I cube, which is equal to. See, you can cancel, actually you can write down like this, 5 cube by 8 cube. I cube is, I can write down I square into I. So this I square I can cancel. So I'll get minus 2 times 5 cube is 125 by 8 cube I. Still it is, if I want to write down in the form of a complex number, this is minus 250 by 8 cube multiply by I in the denominator and the numerator. I am multiplying I here in the numerator and as well as in the denominator. So what I will get is minus 250 by 8 cube I by I square. I square is minus 1. So minus 250I by minus 8 cube, which is equal to 250 by 8 cube is 8 cube, simplify 8 cube into I. So this is a complex number. Now I am writing the modulus amplitude form. Write down the modulus and amplitude or argument form for z equal to 3 plus 4i. So we have to write down the modulus and amplitude form for the complex number z equal to 3 plus 4i. Let us see the solution. See, z equal to 3 plus 4a, obviously I can write down r is equal to root of 3 square plus 4 square, because r is the modulus. However, let us see let us follow the procedure. Let x equal to r cos theta and y equal to r sin theta. In this case, what is x? It is 3. What is y? It's 4. So I have x equal to r cos theta equal to 3, y is equal to r sin theta equal to 4. Squaring and adding. Squaring and adding. What I will get? Squaring and adding. This is r square cos square theta plus sin square theta, because I am squaring r square cos square theta plus r square sin square theta, which is equal to 3 square plus 4 square. This implies r square is equal to 3 square plus 4 square is 5 square. So this implies r is equal to plus 5 only, because we are taking only the positive. So when r is 5, then 3 is equal to r is 5 cos theta and 4 is equal to 5 sin theta. So this together imply, now I want to write down tan theta. So sin theta by cos theta. That means 5 sin theta by 5 cos theta. Sin theta by this is equal to 4 by 5. This implies tan theta is equal to 4 by 5. Implies theta is equal to tan inverse 4 by 5. Now let us see at another example of a complex number z equal to 1 plus root 3i. Find modulus and amplitude. Let us look at z equal to 1 plus root 3i. So, let 1 plus root 3i is equal to r cos theta plus I times r sin theta. I am just simply representing like this: x equal to r cos theta, y equal to r sin theta. So 1 plus root 3i is r into cos theta plus I sin theta. So this implies r cos theta is equal to 1, r sin theta is equal to root. Again squaring and adding, we'll get r square is equal to 1 square plus 3 square, which is 4. So r is plus r minus 2. This implies cos theta is 1 by 2 and sin theta is root 3 by 2. Cos theta is 1 by 2, sin theta is root 3 by 2, and theta agree at pi by 3. Because cos pi by 3 is 1 by 2, sin pi by 3 is root 3 by 2. So they agree at theta equal to pi by 3, principal value. Now, thus the modulus and amplitude form of 1 plus root 3i is what is r? 2 into what is cos theta? Cos, what is theta? Pi by 3 plus I times what is theta? Pi by 3. So this is the modulus amplitude form. So let us consider an example where z equal to minus 16 by minus 1 plus root 3i. Put it in the polar form. Now I'm writing different forms. Polar form, r cos theta, r cis theta, r into cos theta plus I sin theta. So basically we have to convert this into the number a plus ib. I mean, I can take 1 plus root 3i. So first of all we have to convert this. So minus 16 by 1 plus root 3i into 1 minus root 3i. That means I am rationalizing this fraction 1 minus root 3i, which is equal to, this is minus 16 plus 16 root 3i by a plus b into a minus b, a square minus b square. So 1 minus root 3 whole square. So that becomes plus I square is 1. So that's why this becomes 1. So minus 16 plus 16 root 3i by, this is 3 square, root 3 whole square is 3, 3 plus 1 is 4. So separate it, minus 4 plus r minus 4 root 3i. Minus 4 plus 4 root 3i. Now, this is the form a plus ib. Here, a plus ib or x plus ib, it doesn't matter. Here, r cos theta is equal to minus 4 r sin theta is equal to 4 root 3. Again, squaring and adding, I'll get r square is equal to minus 4 whole square plus 4 root 3 whole square, which is equal to 16 plus 16 into 3, which is 16 plus 48, 64. R square is 64, so r is equal to plus r minus 8. Now, thus cos theta is equal to minus 4. What is r? R is 1 by 8. So minus 1 by 2. What about sin theta? Sin theta is 4 root 3 by 8. That is root 3 by 2. Now observe carefully. Cos theta is minus half, sin theta is. So this agree at. Look at this. Cos is negative, sin is positive. Sin is positive only in these two quadrants and cos is negative. So first of all, let us find out the principal value. The principal value is theta equal to sin 60 is root 3 by 2. So the principal value theta is, the argument is, the argument theta is equal to, see, they agree at, see, this is positive, so I have to write down pi minus pi by 3, because they, when theta equal to pi by 3, sin 60 is root 3 by 2, so this will be 2 pi by 3. So these two agree at 2 pi by 3. Look at carefully again. Cos theta is negative, so it should be, the principal value is pi by 3, so pi plus pi by 3 or pi minus pi by 3. It is pi minus pi by 3, because it's pi plus pi by 3 will become in the third quadrant. In the third quadrant, sign is negative. So it should be pi minus pi by 3, which is 2 pi by 3. Thus, z is equal to, the complex number can be represented in the polar form as, what is r? 8 into cos theta is 2 pi by 3 plus sine 2 pi by 3 with a by multiplying I. That is modulus amplitude form. We have certain problems like converting them into a plus ib and writing them into polar form. I will wind up this by looking at a small example with 1 minus I whole power 4. I just want to simplify 1 minus I whole power 4. This I can do it in two ways. One is 1 minus I whole square, which is equal to 1 plus I square minus 2I whole power 2 is equal to, I square is minus 1, so I'll get 1 minus 2I whole square, that is equal to minus 2I whole square is 4I square, that is minus 4. So look at I square. I square is minus 1. What is I cube? I square into I. I square is minus 1, so minus 1 into I, which is I. What is I power 4? I power 4 is I square whole square. So I square whole square is, I square is minus 1 whole square is plus 1. I power 5. I power 5 is I power 4 into I power 4 is 1, so plus I. If you observe, you will get 1 minus I, this is minus 1 into I minus I. So it will be rotated on 1 minus 1 I minus I. That's what you have. 1 minus 1 I minus I. So, can we generalize? What is I power 2n? I power 2n is I square power n. I square is minus 1. Minus 1 whole power n is plus or minus 1. Depending on plus or minus 1 means if n is even, you get plus 1. Right? I'll write it like this. This is 1 minus 1 if n is odd. Look at this. If n is 2, it's 1. N is 3, it is minus 1. N equal to 4. So, n is even or odd, it will be 1 plus or minus 1 minus 1. Evaluate. I square plus I power 4 plus I power 6 up to 2n plus 1 terms. So let me write down this as I square, I into 2 into 2 plus I into 2, I power 2 into 3 plus so on. There are 2n plus 1 terms, so I into 2n plus 1 terms. The previous one will be, so again let me write down I square, I 2 into 2, I power 2 into 3 and so on. The previous term will be I power 2 into 2n and this is 2 into 2n plus 1. What is I square? Minus 1. I power 4 plus 1. I power 6. Again I power 6 means n equal to 3, so this is n equal to 3. N equal to 3 means you will get minus 1 power 3. So minus 1 plus 1. So this is minus 1 plus 1. I can put, this you can see. What about this? I power 2n, 2 power 2n, this is, I square is minus 1 whole power 2n is, it is 2n even, minus I square is minus 1 whole power 2n is plus 1, minus 1. You can cancel all these things. With the previous, you get minus 1. So this is the way to evaluate certain I. Finally, we'll wind up with a small example with something like i's. You can write down 1 by 3 plus 3i whole cube. Evaluate. 3 plus 1 by 3i whole cube. See, this is a cube, actually a plus b whole cube. A cube plus b cube, a cube plus b cube means 1 by 3, 1 by 27 I cube plus 3ab, which is 3 into 1 by 3 into I into a plus I. Three ab into a plus b. This is 27. What is I cube? I cube is minus I. So minus I by 27 plus, you can cancel this, multiply by this, 3 into 3 is 9i plus 3i, 1 by 3i, so it gets cancelled, you will get 1. So this will be 27 plus 1 is 28 plus I times 9 minus 1 by 27. That's all. So this, we'll wind up with this, and then in the next class we'll talk about the further properties of complex numbers.